Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed few examples on the force on the moving point charge. Let us continue with the new topics today. One of the topic of today's class will be force on a differential current element. Force on a differential current element. Force on a differential current element. A differential element of charge. So what is differential element of charge? Differential element of charge consists of small but large number of discrete charges. Differential element of charge consists of small but large number of discrete charges, and the volume occupied by these charges is also small, right? So differential element of charge consists of small but large number of discrete charges, and the volume occupied by these charges is small. In good conductors, the Coulomb's force is larger than the magnetic forces. In good conductors, the Coulomb's forces are larger than the magnetic forces. So because of this, what will happen is there will be separation of charges. So this separation of charges is observed, which indicates that small potential difference exists across the conductor. So there will be a small potential difference across the conductor in a direction perpendicular to both the magnetic field and the direction of propagation of the charges, or the direction of the velocity of the charges. So this small voltage is called as the Hall voltage, and the effect is called as Hall effect. Okay. So what happens here, in the good conductors, the Coulomb's forces are larger than the magnetic forces. So because of this, there will be separation of charges, which indicate that there will be a small potential difference existing across the conductor in a direction perpendicular to both the magnetic field and the direction of velocity of the charges. This small voltage is called as the Hall voltage, and the effect is called as Hall effect. We know that the force magnitude is given by dF is equal to dq, that is discrete charge, into velocity into b bar, right, newtons. In the last derivation, what we did, we found the expression for F. So F is given by Q into V bar into B bar. Q V bar into B bar. So as it is for discrete charges, so I have written it as dF is equal to dq V bar into B bar Newton. Here the volume charge density rho V, can be expressed as rho V is equal to J bar upon V. That is the current density divided by velocity. Current density divided by velocity gives the volume charge density. Or I can write the other way as J bar is equal to rho V into V bar. J bar is equal to rho V into V bar. Right? Take this as equation 1, this as 2. Then dq is given by, we can write dq as rho V into dv. So rho V is charge per unit volume, and volume will cancel and we'll get the charge. So dq is equal to rho V dv. Then this equation of dq, if we substitute in equation 1, equation 3, if we substitute in equation 1, then we get df or df bar is equal to, what is dq? dq is rho V into dv. So rho V dv, right, rho V dv V bar into B bar. This will be the force. df bar is equal to rho V dv V bar into B bar. Take it as, so one more expression here, expressing df bar in terms of J bar. Okay, so using equation 2nd, expressing df bar in terms of J bar. So what we get using equation 2, so df bar is equal to, so we got df bar is equal to rho V dv V bar into B bar. Okay, by substituting the equation for dq in first equation. So next, df bar is equal to, now let us use equation 2. So if we use equation 2, if we get the expression for df bar as, df bar is equal to, what is J bar, rho V into V bar. So rho V into V bar is J bar. So that I will substitute here, J bar into B bar dV. J bar into B bar dV. Okay, so dV, if I take it J bar dV into B bar dV, that doesn't matter, but as it is the flux or flux density with respect to volume, because of which current flows, hence we take it as B bar dV, B bar dV, right? Take it as 4, equation number 4. We know that J bar dV is equal to K bar ds, or that is equal to I dl bar. How I written this equation? See, J bar is J bar dV, that is equal to, that is J bar is the current density, volume charge density. So it is current, that is this divided by volume, volume will cancel. So this is with respect to area, so area and area will cancel. This is with respect to a line element, so element line and line element will cancel. So what charge will remain, right? So we have J bar dV is equal to K bar ds, that is equal to I dl bar. Okay, then the force exerted on a surface current density. If it is surface current density, then the force exerted is given by, if it is surface current density, dF bar is equal to K bar. Okay, force density, that is the force exerted on surface current density, that is dF bar is equal to K bar into B bar ds. So how I got this equation? Consider the equation number 4. So equation number 4. So J bar dV is equal to K bar ds, right? J bar dV is equal to, so J bar dV is equal to K bar ds. So what is the equation that we are getting here? So the equation is J bar dV is equal to K bar ds, that is equal to I dl bar. Okay, so what is this? The charge per unit volume, that volume will cancel, Q will remain. Charge per unit area will cancel and Q will remain. Charge per unit length will cancel and Q will remain. Okay, so this equation dF bar I can write. So dF bar, that is the equation number 4, I can rewrite as, what is equation number 4? dF bar is equal to J bar into B bar dV. This was our equation number 4. So what is J bar dV? J bar dV, this is equal to K bar ds. So I can write dF bar is equal to K bar into B bar ds. K bar into B bar ds. Take it as equation 5. Similarly, for the current element, that is length element, we can write dF bar is equal to for the length element, right? So what is J bar dV again? Use equation number 4. So this was our equation number 4. So J bar dV is equal to I dl bar, right? So this I can write I dl bar into B bar, Okay, so current, that is flows through the length of conductor, hence I am considering I with respect to dl bar into B bar. Now integrate equation 4 with respect to volume, over a volume. So what is equation 4? So equation 4 is, so we get, if we integrate equation 4, this equation over a volume, we get F bar is equal to integration over the volume, right? J bar into B bar with respect to dV. Take it as this ideal into B bar, this is 6 and this as 7. Similarly, if we integrate equation 5 with respect to surface, over a surface, we get, if we integrate this equation 5 over a surface, we get equation 5, that is F bar will be equal to integration over the surface K bar into B bar with respect to surface. Take it as 8. Similarly, integrating equation 6 over the line element, we get F bar is equal to closed surface integral over the closed path or the line element, we get this is equal to I dl bar into B bar. Okay, this how we got this equation. If we integrate equation 6, over the line element, then we get F bar is equal to closed path, so closed surface integral I dl bar into B bar. Take it as equation 9. Here the magnetic field developed by the current element I dl bar. Okay, so this I dl bar, that means what? the point charge does not exert a force on itself. If it's a point charge, it exerts a force on the other charges but not on itself. Similarly, with respect to the current element, the current element does not exert force on itself. So what it means, the magnetic field B bar is external to the current element ideal bar. Magnetic field B bar is external to the current element ideal bar. If it is a straight conductor, and there is uniform magnetic field, right, B bar, then the equation for the force exerted on the conductor is given by F bar is equal to I L bar into B bar. This is the same as the previous one what we got, I DL bar into B bar or I L bar into B bar. Or the magnitude of the force is also given by F bar is equal to ILB sin theta, or BIL sin theta. This theta is the angle between the current element. Theta is the angle between current element. If we consider the current element, so this is our current element here. If we consider this as our current element, let us consider a point. The current is flowing through this current element, that is I. I is the current flowing through this current element. This is I DL bar. The angle theta is the angle between the current element and the line joining point P with the current element. What is angle theta here? Yes, angle theta is the angle between the current element and the line joining the point P with the current element. So the force F is equal to I into L into B sine of theta. Okay, so this is the expression for the magnitude of the force. Next, students, will solve few examples on force on a differential current element. Let us consider the first example. Example 1. A conductor of length 2.5 meter in z equal to 0 and x equal to 4 meter carries a current of 12 ampere in minus AY bar direction. Calculate the uniform flux density in the region. Calculate the uniform flux density in the region if the force on the conductor is 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton in the direction specified by they have given the direction of the force, that is minus AX bar plus AZ bar divided by root 2. Read the problem. A conductor of length 2.5 meter. So length is given, or DL bar is given. Length or DL bar. How much is the value of DL bar? 2.5 meter in Z equal to 0 and X equal to 4. So let us consider here Z equal to 0 and X equal to 4 meters. How do we get this on X, Y, Z? If we consider here this as X, this as Y, and this as Z, X, Y and Z, they are saying length 2.5 meter, X equal to 4, Z equal to 0. Okay, so z equal to 0, x equal to 4, so somewhere it comes like this. So here we get, that is x equal to 4, x equal to 4, x equal to 4. Then the length of this is 2.5 meters, 2.5 meters, correct. Then it carries a current of 12 ampere in minus AY bar direction. The value of current I is given. How much is I? I is equal to 12 ampere in minus AY bar direction. So the vector I is given, correct. Calculate the uniform flux density in the region. So when it is mentioned as a region, it means that both the that is all the three, that is x, y and z coordinates will come into picture. Yes or no? If the force on the conductor is 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 newtons, F is given. F is 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 newtons, and its direction is given. So it is minus AX bar plus AZ bar divided by root 2. So this is the magnitude of the force. So according to the region what they have mentioned, because we have to consider all the three coordinates x, y and z. So based on that, we can write b bar is equal to bx ax bar plus by ay bar plus bz az bar, bz az bar. Force exerted on the conductor is given by F bar is equal to I dl bar into B bar, I dl bar into B bar. Therefore, what is force? 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 into minus AX bar plus AZ bar divided by root 2. This is force. This is equal to I. How much is I? Minus 12 AY bar. Minus 12 AY bar into DL bar. DL bar is 2.5. 2.5 into B bar. B bar is BX AX bar plus BY AY bar plus BZ AZ bar. BZ AZ bar. Now let us simplify this. So if we consider 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by root 2, right, we get this is nothing but equal to, this comes out to minus 0.0848 AX bar plus 0.0848 AZ bar. This is equal to minus 30. So I will multiply 12 into 2.5, minus 30 into AY bar, this into BX AX bar plus BY AY bar plus BZ AZ bar, BZ AZ bar. Now what I will do, I will take minus 30 and divide on the LHS throughout. So if I divide this LHS throughout by minus 30, so this minus 30 will come to the denominator here. So minus divided by minus is plus. So this will be plus 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3 AX bar. Then plus divided by minus is minus. So minus 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3 AZ bar. This is equal to, see here, so this is AY bar cross AX bar. What is AY bar cross AX bar? AY bar cross AX bar. So we have cyclic x, y, comma, z. If it goes in the cyclic order x, y, z, then z, x, y like this, then we get the next coordinate, because it is y into x. So this into this, it is reverse. So here we get AY bar cross AX bar is equal to minus AZ bar, minus AZ bar. So this is AY bar cross AX bar is minus AZ bar, it is minus BX AZ bar plus AY bar cross AY bar is 0, then AY bar cross AZ bar, so it is y into z. So we get next coordinate, that is x, it is cyclic. Okay, so this will be plus BZ AX bar, AX bar. Now let us compare on both sides of the equation. Comparing on both sides of the equation, both LHS and RHS of the equation, what we get here. So this is BZ, this is Z coordinate, that is AX bar, this is AX bar here, this is AX bar here. So BZ will, this is plus, this is plus. So we get Bz is equal to 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3. Then what about By component? By is 0 because there is no By term here. Right? Then what about Bx? Bx is equal to, this is minus Bx, Az bar, this is minus this into Az bar. So both are minus, so it is plus we get. So it is 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3. What we get as Bx. So therefore we have B bar is equal to we get, so B bar comes out to, B bar will be equal to how much? X component, that is 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3 Ax bar plus 2.8267 into 10 raised to minus 3 Az bar Tesla. Or this I can also write it as B bar is equal to 2.8267 Ax bar plus 2.8267 Az bar milli Tesla. Right? So this is how we have solved the problem. I hope everybody have understood, students. So in today's class we have taken up a topic on force on a differential current element. Right? Then we have gone through various equations that come under force on a differential current element. Right? The main equation that comes here is F is equal to IL into B bar. That is our main equation under this topic. Then we have solved an example based on this topic, that is on the equation F is equal to I into L into B, IL into B. That is the equation of the force. Right? So if there are any queries in today's topic, send your queries to me. I will clarify your queries. Thank you.